was loud. Hello, Frog fans! Alright, so as you saw, we have this big old head here. I mean, technically this is the biggest doll that I've ever painted, and as you can probably tell, she's already been painted once. Her paint has been stripped down as much as I can get it, and she had rooted hair and I pulled it out, and this is what you get after you pull out rooted hair. You can still see the holes a little bit, and there's a rough outline, but that won't be a problem because I'll just roughly follow that outline when I re-root her and just adjust it slightly, because this rooting map that I did on her the first time was all wrong. But this outline of where the hair used to be won't show when she's finished. She's a 28-inch doll, so she's a toddler, but for some reason, well, maybe not. This is a 26-inch doll, and her head is, shorter, but it's a lot wider. And this one also really doesn't have much of a neck, so I don't know, maybe it's just the chubby cheeks that make it seem so much bigger. Alright, anyways, let's get you painted. Excuse me. Start with the neutralizing, as always. It's a bit of a boring step, but we gotta do it. Alright, there's the sponge. I need to clean my brushes again. Seems like I always need to clean my brushes. Well, that's just kind of how it works. You use something, you dirty it, you have to clean it again. Like dishes. Dishes and laundry. They're the opposite of black socks. Black socks never get dirty, those things never stay clean. And the mismatched socks turn into extra Tupperware lids. There's some sort of portal connection from the dryer to the cupboard, and all the extra socks, they just get magically transformed to extra Tupperware lids. That's what it's gotta be that, because there's no other explanation for how you end up with so many mismatched socks and so many extra Tupperware lids. I'm joking, of course. Ow. Could I, not injure myself, please? Is that too much to ask? Apparently it is. I'm just surprised that I haven't rollen out of this bed yet. Right now, we are underneath. My nose is itchy. Why is my nose always itchy when I'm filming? Anyways, we were currently underneath my loft bed. So the light that you're seeing right now is strung up underneath the mattress. Yeah, there's turned out to be all sorts of pros and cons to having this bed. One is, if I ever end up rolling out of it, which isn't uncommon, like that's so something I would do. I mean, granted, I would have to get up and over the guide rail first, but if that happened, which isn't an impossibility, or if I get up in the middle of the night and I'm like completely out of it and just throw both my legs over the side of the rail and forget where I am and just shove myself off, there's probably going to be a hospital visit. Because it's a good, well, actually, no, I know exactly how tall it is off the ground. It's about 5 feet 4 inches. No, more like 5 feet 6 inches. Because I'm exactly 5 feet tall, and I can stand right underneath it, and then the mattress is about 6 inches tall. So, yeah, that's how high the bed is. I mean, I wouldn't die, but I would definitely get injured. And then, also, it really sucks to have to go up and down the ladder when you get up to pee in the middle of the night. Especially when after you get down the ladder, you have to go up a flight of stairs and down a hallway. And then when you're done, you have to go back down the stairs and back up the ladder again. But the pros of having this is it doesn't take up a whole lot of room. I have my desk right underneath it, and the rabbit can no longer chew on me while I'm sleeping. I love her, and I did love having nighttime cuddles with her. However, it was really affecting my sleep because she would just not leave me alone. And when I would pet her, and I would start to fall asleep, and I would be just about sleeping, and obviously I would stop petting her because I was, just about asleep. And then she would start to bite my arm to get me to start petting her again and wake me up. But she gets lots of cuddles when I'm awake. Every morning I come down and have my breakfast and sit with her and give her her cuddles. And get my cuddles, because I love the cuddles. Also a pro, I'm no longer just slinking back into bed out of temptation and falling asleep for half the day. One, because I actually have something going on in the days now. I've been enrolled in a course that's going to help with my employability skills and through an employment agency, and then they're going to help me find a job. So I've been doing that in the days now. But before, when I had really nothing to do, well, I had lots to do in the day, but like nothing that had real time constraints. So I would get up, have my breakfast, and I'd be like, oh, still so sleepy. So I just, I would say that I'm just gonna lay down for a little bit longer, but then of course I'd fall back asleep. And then I would wake up and I'd be like, just a few more hours, and then before I knew it, it was like 3 o'clock. Real vicious cycle. I can't do that anymore because to get up into bed, it's an actual task. You really gotta decide to go up there, to get up there and lay down. But there have been a few times where I'm, like, really, really tired, and I'll put my head down on my desk and, like, drift in and out of sleep. That happened a bit this morning. And then I decided that I had to get up, and, like, I got a bowl of Shreddies to wake myself up. Why a bowl of Shreddies? Because that's what we had to eat around the house, and it was something that got me off of the chair and moving just enough to get me up again. I mean, the work from the employment agency course thing, it's not exactly exciting stuff, but it's like, it's not difficult. It's basically all the stuff is like use your common sense. I am looking forward to it being the weekend after tomorrow, though. Guess I'll get to sleep in again. I got up at 8:40 this morning. You know how long it's been since I got up at 8:40? I mean, it had to have been before I got kicked out of college. Unjustly, I may add. When I tell people the story of how I got kicked out of college, they always, well, not they always, but there's a few people that have been like, don't you think you're misphrasing it a little bit? And I'm like, no, that's exactly what happened. I was struggling with my grades. I tried to get help. They didn't give me help. I failed all my courses. Instead of trying to give me a second chance, they kicked me out! Now, granted, it wasn't all on them. Some of it was on me, too, but I was willing to go back and try again, but they're like, no, leave us. Told me I was on probation, whatever that means. I'm like, fine, bye. I never thought that I'd be like, well, I'm not a college dropout, because I didn't drop out. But, like, there's this huge fear around, you know, having been to college and then not coming out the other side with a diploma, and like that, it's stigmatized, and I think we need to take it away because it is not the end of the world. It took me forever to get around that, and I guess in a way it helped me realize that my academic achievements do not define my worth. People need to lay off kids with the whole school and the grades and the school and the grades thing. Now this brush is this brush is heading to the trash soon. Nice. It's going to be interesting to see what happens to the paint with all the teeny tiny holes up here. So the city I live in has decided to go ahead with Halloween this year. Well, I'm getting this from a secondhand source, so I'm not sure if they said, it's okay to take kids trick-or-treating. Well, no, I would imagine they'd be like, okay, it's okay to take your kids trick-or-treating, just take the proper precautions and don't go to Halloween parties. I'm pretty sure that's what the rules are. But I don't really go to Halloween parties anyways, so we'll be here handing out candy to the kiddos. Oh yeah, we've got a pumpkin to carve now. I have to decide what we're doing with the pumpkin this year. Last year I did a throwing up pumpkin. I gave it like the emoji throw up face, and then I used the insides, all the seeds and the goop, as the vomit that came out the mouth. I mean, man, if I had the money, I'd go like the whole 9 yards for Halloween. be one of those houses where you just, from, way up the block, you're like, well, that person likes Halloween. Makes me really mad and a little scared because I've heard some people, mostly, I don't want to say older people, but, generally it's older people in my family that have said that Halloween is dying, and maybe it is, but I'm like, me and a couple of my friends are like, God damn it, we will keep Halloween alive, even if we have to tell our children that if you don't dress up for Halloween every year of your life, some sort of demon pumpkin is going to come and eat your guts. Don't tell your kids that. I'm joking. Wow, the vinyl is just, sucking this right in. This starts to get heavy after a while. It is a very large head. I've always, hemmed and hawed about, ever potentially painting one of those big, 50-inch, I think, no, it's more like 40-something inch child doll kits. One that's, the size of a 6-year-old. But when I'm painting a doll that's only 28 inches and I'm struggling with painting it because it's so freaking big, it makes me go, do I really want to do that? Also, there's the fundamentals of where, I don't feel comfortable putting doll parts in the food oven for several reasons. And I don't think that the head might, the legs might, because the legs are I don't think they're even why did I just forget? Three-quarter arms, not 4-quarter arms. That would be full. No, the arms aren't 3/4. The legs are 3/4 legs. Or they might even be half. I'm not sure, but The arms are full, and they definitely would not fit in the New Wave oven. Okay. Not that. I'm going to end up confusing these two larger kits that I have at some point. She is a really orange vinyl. Pandora, what are you licking? I can hear the rabbit aggressively licking something, but I can't see her. Some sort of fabric somewhere. She'll do that. She'll, like, I'll leave a blanket on the floor or something, and she'll find the blanket, and she'll decide that she likes it, and she'll, like, aggressively lick it. To the point that you can hear it. She's a weird bunny rabbit, but I love her. Damn it, Nick. I have nicknamed this brush Nick, because yes, it's broken, but this is one of the more expensive brushes that I splurged for when I had a Michaels coupon. And I nicknamed it Nick because its head keeps falling off, so it's nearly headless, like nearly headless Nick from Harry Potter. It's not completely headless because I make it go back on like this, but it always falls off. What's that? What's that? Ooh. Ow. Hey, come back. Come back! Come back! Pandora! Pandora! Hi! I'm gonna come over there and get your little cottontail. I'm gonna come get it. Oh, is that cutie? Alright, well, anyways, that's all for now, Frog fans. Thank you so much for watching. Keep living the Frogling's life, and we shall see you tomorrow. Bye. Say bye, Bunny Rabbit. Say bye-bye. Bye, everybody.